I'm Rosemary Condor, Executive Director of CASA of Ohio Valley. CASA is a nonprofit organization that has been in Owensboro and Davis County for 20 years. We take care of Davis, Hancock, and Ohio County. We recruit volunteers from the community to be a voice for the children in court that have been abused and neglected. Their biggest role is they are friends of the children. They go out and visit them in their schools, in their homes, and in their environment, and then they can take back to the judge their observations and give an opinion of what's in the best interest of the child. So these kids have been abused and neglected. They are here in our community, and they really need somebody to advocate for them. They get caught up in the court system through no fault of their own. They're victims. And then the system is so busy. The social workers are overworked, the attorneys and the people involved in the court have to kind of look out for the whole family, and they don't look at the individual needs of the child. And so that's where CASA gets to come in. Well, our volunteers are really a unique group of people because they have to have a heart for children, but also be willing to commit their time to being a CASA advocate. We do have the 30 hours of training, and then they see the children a minimum of twice a month, and then and we have some that visit a lot more often because they fall in love with the kids and their families and really want to help them. But they can be any age over 21. We have a lot of retirees. We have a lot of young professionals. We have men and women. We have black and white. You don't have to have any special education to be an advocate, just a heart for the children. We do very vigorous background checks and have really strict confidentiality requirements to protect our children. So we do that. Once someone comes in, they can call us here at the office, or they can visit our website, and that will link them to us where we can send them the information and application. We call them in for an interview, and we really almost treat it like a job because it does require a time commitment and a lot of energy. So it's not like helping out the bake sale. It really is a commitment that they make to the children. We have other volunteer opportunities. We have a group called Friends of CASA, and it's for people that don't really have the extra time to commit to a long-term relationship with the child, but they still want to help the organization to grow and help the community to be aware of abuse and neglect in the community. So they help with fundraisers, they help with mailings and speaking to their own peer groups in churches and civic organizations just to get the word out what is child abuse and neglect and how we can help prevent that in the community. CASAs make a difference in the life of children, and one of the best examples that I can think of off the top of my head is we have a child that has really medically fragile and was kind of falling through the cracks as far as social services was just so overwhelmed and couldn't see him often enough, and our CASA just was persistent enough to make sure he got the right medical care, and now he's just thriving and doing so well. So that's one way, but one of the things I really want people to know is how amazing our community is, how generous and they're wonderful about donating money and their time and their energy and services to all of the volunteer organizations. But we really have an incredible family court system. We have our judges and our attorneys and our social workers work so diligently to help these families and these children in particular. I think it may sound kind of daunting to think about abuse and neglect and being a little bit leery of getting involved in those kind of cases, but these children need a strong adult. And one of the things that we found when we're looking at adverse childhood experiences and trauma, the one thing that helps children be resilient is to have one caring adult in their life. And oftentimes it's a CASA advocate. So you can change their future and the future of our community by giving your time. But if you're not sure if that's where you need to be or what you need to do, you can always just come, sit in on the training, get the awareness and the education, and then decide at that point if it's where you need to be, because it would make you a strong, excuse me, it'd make you a strong voice for CASA, even if you're not a CASA advocate. They can contact us here at the office at 270-683-2138, or with our website, which is CASAofOhioValley.org, or even our Facebook page.